Good afternoon everyone. This is the day 10 of Harshita ma'am's coding challenge for 15 days, and today's question is two sums. In this question we have to return the indices of the two elements. By adding those elements we are going to get a certain target element, and that target element will be given to us. So, and here is the given example sample input and output. So let's see the solution. In the solution, here we are initially suppose have this list, and in this list we have to find those element where by adding those element we are going to get the target element, whatever, like here in our question the target is 4, and these two elements by adding those the target is coming, their index we have to return in a list, not just a numbers but in a list format we have to return. So how we can do that? One approach that can find, like, that is the so-called brute force approach, is that we are iterating the elements and running the loops from one loop I, the outer loop, within the range along the entire length of the array, and whereas the another j loop from after I position till the, like, let's say I plus 1 position till the length of the array, and then we can just find, if we find the I and j elements, then we are just adding up the element to check for each I and j element we are just adding the element to check if it is same to target or not. So this is one brute force approach, but here we are going to do in a more optimized way, because here the time complexity is big O n square, because one loop is inside another loop. So big O n square is a bad time complexity, so we can improve this time complexity using this optimized approach of two sum of this question. Here we are going to use a hash map. We know hash map is more like, in Python it is like a dictionary. We always have a key value pair. So here in this case, suppose this side is key and this side is value. Like what we try to mean this here the key means the elements that we are going to encounter. Like suppose in this case the 2 is the element, so that 2 will be if we have to put this in the hash map, then this 2 is the value, and the index of this 2 element, that is 0, will be in the index. So here the 2 will be the key and 0 will be the value, and that we are going to put here. Yes, here the key is the value of the array, or you can say the element of the array, and the value part of the hash map will be the index of the certain element of the array. So this is the thing. Now comes the main concept, how we are going to solve this. So the main intuition behind is that when we are encountering an element and we already know the target element, so if in the entire array any like to fulfill this target element, we want what? We need to check that whatever the element is given, how much is the left element we need. If the left element is found in the array, that means by adding that element with this element we are going to get this target. Like for example, we can see, like we are going to calculate differences, like target minus n. Target means the element that we have, and n means the each elements. So we are calculating, and 2 is not present in the hash map, so that's why we are just going to insert the element in the hash map. So as I told, this is the way we insert elements in hash map. So the element, see, the element is in the key portion and the index of that element is in the value portion. Now then for the next element, next is 1, and again we are performing the same thing, target minus n, which is now 3. Now again when it is not present in the hash map, so we are again inserting it in the hash map, and like this we are going to do for all the elements. But see here, when we are checking for the element 3, like this element, here we can see that the target minus n, here the n is 3, answer is 1. When we search this element in the hash map, we already have 1 in the key. Remember this, for this value we have searched, that one is already in the hash map, that's why. So when the element is present in the hash map, that means that is the another pair of the element that we already had earlier, and by adding those two elements only we are going to get the sum. So this is the code, and this is how we perform the two sum technique code. And here is the code